A skull with bits of bones and a children's Halloween t-shirt. Remnants of loved ones unearthed from one of Guatemala's mass graves. 250,000 Guatemalans died or disappeared during the country's 36-year civil war. Thousands of indigenous farming families had been erased from memory until now.
They shot my wife, a bullet to the hip. She was washing clothes. She walked a couple of steps, but she couldn't walk anymore, and there she stayed. My wife was just lying there.
Through DNA testing, families are now identifying their relatives, burying them, and visiting their graves. During the war, many farmers were forced into army-operated villages. It was a way to ensure they didn't join one of the guerrilla groups in the area. They were promised food and medical care. Instead, many died from malnutrition and treatable diseases.
The majority of causes of death of the children was due to disease, due to a lack of medical attention. It was limited because of what was happening in the region, as well as the measles outbreak in the early 1980s.
People here say they were treated like prisoners.
If somebody, for example, had to leave to visit a relative in the capital or another province, they had to request it in writing, sometimes well in advance, for the army to grant authorization. Those who left and did not return at the stipulated time would get into trouble, and many times that trouble meant death.
In recent years, Guatemalans have begun to address the crimes of war. Former military leader Efrain Rios Montt was convicted of genocide in 2013. The decision was overturned on procedural grounds, and he's being tried again in absentia. For these families, identifying and burying their dead is just one step towards acknowledging the many injustices of Guatemala's civil war. Natasha Ganem, Al Jazeera.